Welcome to the BroskieDoodles podcast, the best podcast in all of the land. Is you baby Kiko.
Baby boy.
You know what? I'm not even gonna delete that because I want people to know what a failure I am. It's your boy
That's
Kiko
harsh.
Flow. That's harsh. It's your boy Kiko
Damn.
Flow. And this is the BroskieDoodles podcast with Chef Maurice directly from San Francisco, rocking the Chi City, Chicago White Sox hat. And today we got a special episode. Why? Because we're back after 2 weeks. If you're wondering why we were gone, pretty much that's just laziness. I could use my excuse. I've been working on my music album that's gonna come out in December, hopefully. So yeah, tune in for that. But yeah, sorry guys, we've just been a bit busy. I'm doing some things on the back end, and I'm not talking about my asshole. Anyways,
We also have other lives, right? It's not only this.
no, but I do want this to be a weekly thing, and I'm sorry. Would I want more people to subscribe, hit like, and leave comments so that we can grow bigger? Yeah, sure. But we'll still do it on a weekly basis. So sorry for that 2-week hiatus. I want to get right down to the nitty gritty, to the meat. Sometimes you get an empanada and you're like, where's the meat, right? No, I like to give you the meat. Let's say you had a doctor and that doctor is treating your cancer. Would you feel that the doctor is less appropriate to treat you because they have never had cancer themselves? So do you think this doctor would need to have had cancer to be able to treat your cancer?
Great question. I think for certain things it does matter. I don't know if for this situation you kind of want that, right? Do you want a doctor who's treating you for that to have had that disease?
Yeah, I personally would want a doctor that's treating me for him to be dying as well. No. I would like my dog
Who was almost dying and he came back.
I guess what I'm trying to say, and I'm good for you to have the opposite view, but the way I look at it is just like I wouldn't care if a doctor had or didn't have cancer and he's treating cancer, because what depends on what I care is, okay, is he good at it? Did he train for this? How many years of experience does he have? That type of thing is the thing that I care about, right? So in the same way, sometimes when you want to have an opinion on something, there's people that might push back and say hey, but how are you going to give your opinion on the poor if you've never been poor, right? Or how are you going to give your opinion on issues having to do with Latinos or black people if you're not Latino or black, etc., etc. And I just think that although I do recognize that there is in certain cases an extra knowledge and value to be gained if you are part of that world that you're investigating. So for example, if you're investigating the hard consequences of heroin and fentanyl, even though you can still study it without taking those drugs and probably will be the best, if you are a recovering addict that actually got out of it, you do have a vision from the inside that no one else has. So I recognize that and I respect that. But in the grand scheme of things, people can have opinion and people can investigate things on their own without having to be part of that. For example, sometimes I don't really trust crypto or that whole world. And then some people might say, okay, well, how can you talk shit about it if you've never even had crypto? And it's okay, well, I don't think I need to have crypto and have transferred crypto to have a criticism of it. I know enough and I have investigated enough. And I just think in general, you don't need to, be a dog to, make policies that help dogs type shit. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because I do see it sometimes come up on certain conversations where somebody's talking about different things, or even you can have an opinion on a woman. Again, on women issues, I understand why being a woman gives you priority and gives you, a bigger authority because you literally feel and see things a different way because you are a woman. I get that. But that doesn't mean that we should dismiss completely the opinion of a man, especially if the person is an expert and has knowledge on whatever the subject is. Just like when I go to the doctor, I went to the doctor to check my urine stream some months ago. Everything perfect. I got a lovely stream. One of the best. The doctor, which was a really good doctor in the city, was a woman. Did this woman need to have a penis to be able to know how to fix one and make sure one is running correctly? No, she did the studying, the biology behind it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
We're not women, but if you're a woman, you would want your OB-GYN to kind of be a woman, right?
Right.
I think there's certain parts or there's certain things that you kind of do want that person to have experienced what goes through, right? And I think in this case, it would be, at least for my point of view, very weird if my significant other was seeing a male doctor as her OB-GYN, right? It's to me, it's kind of funny when pregnant women go see a doctor who's a male who hasn't really gone through it, who doesn't know what goes in the women's.
I
body.
I understand, for example, that for day-to-day things that you have to check, what you call it, OBGH?
OB-GYN.
Damn, what the fuck?
Obstetrics and gynecology.
Okay, the gynecologist, right? I understand, like your sort of daily gynecologist type thing. Like that should be like a woman, if you're a woman, right? That you see and you're comfortable with, and like she knows the things of the daily womanism, right? Just like me as a guy, the urologist, if there was one that I would need to see, every so often, if he's a man and I need to show him my stuff, I'm more comfortable with him being a man, right? Now, this lady that I went to, apparently, I found out this later, she's sort of like a professional in a little more advanced way. So like prostate cancer, like when things get a little more wild. And in those situations, she needs to operate and open up things. So she's not your typical urologist that's just feeling your balls to see if one is bigger than the other. In fact, contrary to what I thought was going to happen, and I was a bit disappointed, she never touched me.
She didn't do the cough.
She didn't do the cough, hold my sack thing. And I kind of was like, damn. And you know what? The thing is, today, they do all these tests. And then they have like this procedure where I went to a different place where a guy put like a machine under my sack, and it did like a whole ecography, an X-ray type thing. And they were like, yeah, nothing there. Aside from little bitch ass balls, everything works fine. So at the end of the day, this lady, even though she's a woman, and you would think like, damn, she might feel uncomfortable she doesn't have to touch anything almost none of the time. Because like the test and the technology she has just tells her the thing. But now I do understand what you mean. Yes, as a gynecologist, as a woman, you want a gynecologist that's a woman too. It makes it more comfortable. She goes through the same things as you. That being said, if there's a specialist that needs to do, a cesarean on you, if it's a guy, but he's a pro at it, it doesn't matter that he's a guy. You get what I mean? So like there's situations where it matters and in others where it doesn't. Like if you're going to get your hair cut, normally a woman prefers to get her hair cut by another woman or a gay man. And me as a guy, I prefer to get my hair cut by a man.
Or a gay man.
Not really. I'll take the gay man for other things.
Now, what about tattoos? Would you get a tattoo from someone who doesn't have tattoos?
That's a good question. A good question. Actually,
I have dismissed tattoo artists because they don't have tattoos.
If you don't have tattoos and you're a tattoo artist, yeah, I distrust you. I actually respect you more if you have an array of a spectrum of different qualities of tattoos. So, for example, I can see some of the shitty tattoos you got when you were 14 illegally. I can see the ones you got at 22 where you were a little bit more budget. And I can see the more recent ones where a buddy from the Netherlands did them and they're fire. So if I can see a progression where like, oh, I see when you were broke tattoos, that gives me a little respect because that means that you took this chance when nobody did. Like, you remember when I got my tattoos at like 18 and everybody flipped because they were like, oh, Kiko's gonna go to jail.
Right. That's the first thought.
Right. I took that risk then, right? So if you look at my tattoos, you can definitely see like, oh yeah, that's where he went wrong that time. And I feel like there's a little bit of that that brings value. Like if you look at Drake's tattoo, Drizzy, you can definitely see tattoos that were like, all right, you got that one free when you were 17.
I'm trying to look for Drake's tattoos. Okay.
So anyways, yeah, I do think that there's certain things that, like obviously, for example, if you're going to teach fitness, you can't be fat, right?
But you have to be a fat man to be a good chef.
Exactly. If you're fit, get the fuck out of here. I don't want your food. Go make your protein, pancakes on your own. Your banana protein shakes. Get the fuck out of here.
If you go to a restaurant and you see that the chef is fit, are you trusting?
I'm not trusting.
You're not trusting anything.
Anything. I need an overweight Salvadorian with a diabetes issue.
Just like when you go on the road and you see the arepas are being made by a
The what?
The arepas.
Okay, the arepas, yeah.
Are being made by a big black Venezuelan woman native that she sweats and she pours her sweat into the arepas. Those are the arepas that I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Not when I go to a place and you see like a very fit chick or dude just making the arepas.
Like with my girlfriend, and it's not even about race. Like my girlfriend, when she wants to get her nails done, right?
Where does she go?
The person that's doing her nails has to have, a little hint in their eyes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? That little, slanted.
I don't know.
Have you seen like that emoji with a line? She needs to have it to be somebody it's hard for them to see. It's like their eyes are closed. Like, what you want today? Do for what? I do the pedicure. I did the pedicure. 2 for 1. I mean, that's not how they speak. But you know what I mean? It's not nothing bad. They gain control of that market. Who are the ones that do the nails good? The Asians, the Vietnamese, Filipinos, which also happen to be the ones that do the happy endings on the massage parlors.
Does that mean that they're very good at it?
They're good at pleasing the body, it seems. And that's fair.
So you're more inclined into doing the things or going into things that group of people are very good at.
If you're going to go learn to dance salsa, and when you show up, it's this lady from Denmark that moved to Puerto Rico for 10 years. Even though you respect her and like, hey, I know you sucked a bunch of Puerto Rican dick, you danced a lot for 10 years and you're a pro now. I still have a thing like, hey, I prefer a Puerto Rican that was born and raised here. Is that, you feel me what I mean? And that's not racism. That's just like, making sense of things. Like if you're in the hospital, I'm hoping the doctor is Jewish. I don't know why. Dr. Fernandez, I mean, don't get me wrong. Latino doctors in the last decades, very good doctors. I like Venezuelan doctors, they're good. So Latino doctors, I'm not against. But you get a Rubenstein, I think that's Jewish, no?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So, Jewish doctor, Jewish lawyer. What else? Asian nail technician.
Right, and massage parlor.
Female OB-GYNs.
Female OB-GYNs, yeah.
What else?
All right, for example, who do we want as a stewardess in the airplane?
Females and gays?
And gays, yeah, to start off. Do we care where they're from?
I don't think so.
No, right? No, but I don't want you to, because you're getting a little scared. It's okay to care. If, like, you could tell, like, for example, in a cruise, it's not a coincidence that 90% of the staff in cruises are from Filipino islands. The
It's
Philippines,
just that they're
sorry.
very good at.
They're good at smiling and having fun in the sea. And that probably comes from like their own culture from back in the day, you know? So what I'm trying to say is that it's not wrong to think like a stewardess, for some reason, I kind of don't care where you're from. They're very diverse. But it does have to be a woman or a gay man. Very, very flamboyant. I don't want like a middle down the road. Oh, I'm kind of, no. Talking about fucking deep throat, hot two on that shit. Okay?
Interesting choice.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
You're a mechanic. It's okay, bro. You need to open up to things. This is fine. This is not gonna appear on any work job interview. Who do you prefer your mechanic to be from?
Do I have to be from Mexico,
It could.
Central America?
Yeah, you could say something like that.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's like a plus. Like you trust them more. Not for real.
What else? I
What-
like this. I like this example that you're giving me because it makes me think.
It makes you think. Like for example, you go to the beach, right?
Okay.
You go with your family, and you want your little kid to see dad swimming and kind of learn by example. And you go to the beach and you're swimming, and then a wave gets you, and you kind of realize, damn, I'm not as fit as I thought I was. I might drown on this bitch. This might be the last days. So you look at your boy far away. You're like, this might be the last time I see him. And then you look to your left, and there's one of those little buildings of wood where the lifesavers are, Baywatch style. And you see this one dude there, right? What is the profile of this dude that you're like, damn, this is what I wish that guy is so that I can know I'll be saved?
Just somebody who knows how to swim.
But you gotta go deeper. Like what your instincts? What do they tell you?
I don't know.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Okay, let me make it a little easier. I'll suggest something, and you tell me if it fits your, your. That's called the subconscious, instinct. Okay. So the way that I think, if I'm in that situation, I look at the lifeguard. I'm
Wait.
hope.
Does this person like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
No,
Definitely
no,
not.
no,
Okay.
no. Never been. Never been. This person is more of a fish tacos individual. So I'm talking about a big, blonde man, blue eyes, hunk of a dude.
That's what you want it to be.
That's the guy I want because I know I know he serves. And he's got a tan. That's a little tanner than you would normally have. So you know this motherfucker's in the sun every day. And you can't see it, but he's got a big dick too. He uses that later. Not
Irrelevant, though.
Irrelevant. Completely not important for the story. But he saves you.
Okay.
And okay. So do you get the game now?
No, I got it from the beginning. I just didn't want to participate.
Right, but then we're not doing anything. Like if we're not participating.
Is that a fun game?
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. Okay, but do you agree with my answer on that one?
I agree. I
Okay.
mean, that's what you want it to be because you watched Baywatch for a long
Right.
time, and Pamela Anderson was like the reference to a women lifesaver, correct?
Okay, so
And then,
I
what
did.
was the guy's name
Whose name?
from Baywatch?
Chad.
No, he's like, what was his name?
Mitch.
Mitch, and in the series, but
Mitch Buchanan.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. Germany.
That's the man you want
yeah.
to rescue you.
Well, actually, in my dream, I'm talking about younger because in that series, David Hasselhoff was already like 40. So
Okay.
no, I'm talking about a 23-year-old hunk of a man, rock hard dick. I mean, not
So
at
the
that
new
moment.
Baywatch.
Yeah, the new Baywatch.
What was
Fucking
it?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron 10 years ago.
Right. Right.
That's sad. That's sad to say.
How old was Hasselhoff? He's 72 now. Wow.
Damn. Okay, so for example, I know that you feel a little uncomfortable with this game, and I believe it's because you kind of want to make sure that you give props to all of the races. So let me try to give you some opportunities here. Let's say you are in New York,
Okay.
right? And you've never been. So you wanna ride these red buses that are 2 floors with a guy that gives you a tour, and he's talking and having fun with you, and they're going around the city, right? He's like telling you. So what do you want this guy to be?
Knowledgeable.
Right?
Born and raised in New York.
Okay.
Maybe mid-30s, so around my age.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
He could be from anywhere. Like his ethnicity background could be from anywhere.
But there is one that would make it cooler.
Well, which one? Because I don't know.
I mean, again, you're right. This could be by many people. But I would like, and this is more of a personal preference, I would like it to be a black dude from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Because I just think that he's going to, first tell you not only the official touristy bullshit, but like the underground shit. He's like, hey guys, this is where Madonna does her residency, and this is Madison Square Garden. In that corner, they sell crack after 8 p.m. I mean, I just not because that's linked to him being black type thing. I'm just saying he'll give you the underground stories.
He just knows.
Yeah, and he just has a smoothness to it. He's a young, hip black man, and he just knows how to get your attention.
So you want your I'll play this game with you. What do you want your 100-meter runner to be?
Damn, that's not even how the game is played. That's not even how the game is played, man. Come on, damn. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want Usain Bolt, in that situation. But you see, that's not even how the game is played. You see,
what do you want your 7-Eleven owner to be?
Right. Yeah, you see, now that's when you cross a line and you start. Now, let me give you better examples. Okay? You go to Wendy's. Not drive-through. You go inside because it's still 9 p.m.
Where, though? Where?
You mean the location?
Location of that Wendy's.
Okay, Pembroke Pines, back where we used to live in Florida. Okay, this is Broward County, north of Miami. You go to that Wendy's where we used to go. Remember when we used to get high and drunk? And you're like, damn, I haven't been here in a minute, maybe 9 years. I remember the spicy chicken nuggets. I remember the baked potato with the butter and the bacon. I remember the Frosty and the square burgers. Let me go in and let me get me a meal, right? You go in. Who do you want the person servicing you to be?
Someone who probably just got to that Wendy's a couple of weeks ago and then got off the boat maybe a week and a half ago.
Of the boat?
Of the boat.
Okay, so maybe Cuba.
Maybe Cuba. They're just looking for a job, a new beginning, the American dream.
Okay.
That's what I would also want at Pollo Tropical.
All right, Pollo Tropical, I can get it, but what if this person you're trying to order a baconator, and they're like, "What? Sorry." So I think that you're speaking with your heart, which is nice to know, but efficiency-wise, that's not who I want.
Who would you want?
I want Christina the crackhead that needs that money. Yeah, so she smoked a couple crack rocks in the bathroom, 2 to 3 in her break. Yes.
Do you think she's giving you the spicy nuggets and also offering you a BJ in the restroom for some extra pay for her crack?
Yeah, I mean, that's mainly the reason why I prefer her. But yeah, I mean, you caught me. Yeah, Christina, right?
Maybe Christina got off the boat and she's still a
No,
crackhead.
Christina didn't even get off the boat. Christina is local. She's from a trailer.
Christina was born in Lexington, Kentucky.
Right, and she
And then
moved
she
here.
made her way down to Florida.
Yeah, after her dad raped her or some shit. I mean, I didn't do it. I just tell the story.
We're just trying to tell a story here.
Man, I'm just trying to like tell a tale. I'm just trying to tell a tale. So Christina, that's who I want at that Wendy's. Make sense?
It does. I mean, now I understand the game.
Now you
Who do
get
you-
the game.
Who do you want as your wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins?
I
You don't want Travis Kelce.
I want Adrian Hernandez. Wasn't he a receiver?
I think those are called like tight ends.
Okay. Oh, I thought they were called murderers.
Wow,
All
you're
right,
on the
all
boards today,
right,
dude.
all right. Calm down, crowd. Calm down. Okay, so
This
now
is a
that,
free set.
so now that you get the game, you go to Popeye's Chicken. And
I want her to be from New Orleans, Louisiana.
okay. And how does she look?
She looks like she's tired of her life, tired of her job, tired of her kids.
You're very good at weaving. You like Trump. What does she look like? She looks like she's tired of life. I'm not gonna say the race. I won't do it.
Where the baby daddy had to leave to get some
Oh,
cigarettes,
okay.
and
Okay.
she's been waiting 10 years for him.
And the cigarettes were Newports.
Was he wearing a do-rag?
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay. So you see, that's how the game works. That's how the game works.
I want in the comments for the people to also play this game with us.
Yeah, please get fired, dude.
Damn. Is this going to come back to bite us at some point? I really hope not.
So, for example, you make a little money, right? And you're like, okay,
How much money? Wait. How much money are we talking about?
like you make like a couple 100,000.
Okay.
And you're like, let me build a little nice restaurant. But because you're a little drinker yourself, and you're not gonna hide that, you know, we've had our problems since we were little kids. You're like, hey, I want to make this like a restaurant bar and make like nice little cocktails, but not the bullshit that you get at your local whatever. No, I'm talking about some premium shit. And the thing pops off and it becomes good. And then I tell you, bro, why don't we put a little music in here? And I start DJing at 45. Because, you know, at that age, you're trying to, like, reinvent yourself. But I put all this, like, lo-fi, little nice, relaxing shit. And the thing starts popping off, but it's very small. We can't fit that many people, but it starts to get popular. So we're like, dude, let's get, like, a bigger place. And practically becomes kind of like a lounge disco. So now we need to get guard security and make, like, an actual line outside and discriminate on who can come in or not. Because that's part of having an exclusive establishment. So we need guards. We need security men. How do these people...
This one's tricky.
Yeah,
I
so
think
how-
this one's tricky.
So I'm going to make it easy for you. We need 3 security guards.
Okay.
Okay. Who are these 3 guys?
Guys who like to eat
No,
Wendy's.
but no. We're talking about... I need races, colors, looks,
Well,
all that.
I think to me, they can only be 2 or 3.
Right,
have
so
to
that's,
be-
that's why I gave you three different options.
They have to be somewhere from East Europe.
Okay, perfect. That's where I was at.
I don't know, maybe from Albania.
Albania, hell yeah.
Those motherfuckers are tough.
With like a scar across his eye.
And you can't ask about the scar.
You can't. I don't even think you can really ask him anything. He will slap you across the face, fucking Boris. Boris from Albania? Okay, I like it. Second guy. And obviously Boris is huge.
Of course.
Yeah, steroids and shit. Okay.
He used to be in the Albanian CIA, the equivalent to it.
Right. He trains the MMA guys that go to, yeah.
He can't talk about it.
He can't. Don't ask him. Don't fucking. Actually, don't even look at the guy.
We're not even 100% sure he's from Albania.
Yeah. This is what he says, and we kind of really don't. Yeah.
We believe him for what he is.
Yeah.
I gave you one. You give me the other one.
All right, I'll give you another one, and you give me the third one.
Maybe the third one we can do it together.
So I think a second one could be a big black guy. That one always works. Okay. That one, and that's a staple.
People are afraid of big black men
and big Russian, East European looking men.
I think we hit him. Like we hit the bouncer.
Now, obviously, big, strong men, they're scary wherever they're from. But these are just, some. And then I'll give you another one that you can tell me what you think. Big Samoan-looking person, like The Rock.
Or like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, like a big guy that's from the Polynesians. A guy that does the haka for breakfast. That's scary. For all our friends in New Zealand and Australia, our haka lovers, if you do the haka in the morning, you take steroids in the afternoon, and you look like The Rock or Jason Momoa had a kid, then you're a scary security guard too.
Contact us.
Contact us. We'll need security guards eventually. All right, perfect. So
I think you hit it right on the head. 3 guys who are strong, independent men who we don't know about their background and
possibly criminal.
Hopefully
criminal, right? I mean, we want guys that, yeah.
Somebody who knows how to hold a GUN.
Oh, right. All right, look, so I see that you understand the game, but I feel like you've left me sort of out to dry. Like you haven't really sacrificed as much as me. I don't know. I don't see you like really going at it. I don't see you like really, putting in the work type shit. Like, you're just not pushing through with like your gardener.
What don't you want your pilot to be? You're making a trip soon.
You know what? You upped it a notch because I'm just asking who would you prefer, but you're like, who do you not want to be there? Like that's to the next level. I love how you like shy about the other one, but now you want to push hard. All right, you tell me who you do not want there.
The guy from that movie, The Flight, with Denzel Washington, who was
why not?
cocaine.
He fucking did it like a pro.
But now he's out of a job.
No, but he even with the Cocorino Romano, he pulled it off and saved all those people. He did kill the girl he was shagging.
I don't remember that movie that much.
Yeah.
Was it a true story kind of deal?
No, but it was made sort of in that look because it was very similar to the one with Captain, what's his one? Sully, the one with Tom Hanks. Miracle in the Hudson River. That's a real story.
That is a real story. In New York, pilot. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Let's say you're making your trip from Madrid to New York. Who's the pilot in the cockpit?
Okay, I'll tell you. I won't tell you who I do not want there because.
No, I want to know who you do not want.
Oh, really? Fuck. I mean, I wouldn't want a young kid. If you look 25, I'm scared. I don't even want a 25-year-old co-pilot. I'll tell you who I want. I want an older gentleman, late 50s, with a face that's been shaved and a look on him that he's proud of what he does and he has a lot of kids, grandsons to go back to, and he loves his wife and his mistress and he doesn't want to die. Not today, baby. So
if you have a pilot like Leo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, No, I'm leaving.
You're not taking that flight.
No, I want a seasoned guy. I want a
guy who knows how to work around the stewardess. Like after
like fucker. I want a pilot that knows his way around a stewardess. Damn. I mean, but in a way you kind of do. I mean, I'm not saying that he should be sexually abusing them, but he should be able to. He should know how to, if they so wish to, which they wouldn't be abused then.
It's like, I want this guy to, after the red eye,
right,
to
leave my eyes red.
They did the red light to, I don't know, Lincoln, Nebraska. And they got off the plane.
It's not a red light flight. It's a red eye.
Red eye. That's what I meant. And they just got off. And John just wants to grab some cocktails afterwards. So he's going to tell, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like a dickhead or like a machismo guy, but I thought like the benefits package of a pilot included fucking some of the stewardess. I mean, otherwise, I don't get it. Like, for real, like, is this even a thing? Like, I'm a flight the whole time. I can't really have a family like this, and I'm not able to,
I kind of want to go to flight school now.
Have my way around this brush. Look, so I want this guy to be a 55-year-old seasoned man with a wife that he loves, children that he loves, and a bunch of stewardess that he wants to come back to. You know what I mean? And that's it. Now, color-wise, this might be more of a legacy thing. If it's like a white American man, it just gives me more confidence. But I'm starting to get used to like the Spanish-looking man, black man, any. But it has to be older men that fuck.
I think that's a good choice.
Okay.
Does he have to wear the captain's hat?
Captain's hat and smile. And you have to have like a right balance of arrogance with humility. So like when I go into the plane, you give me a hi to let me know, hey, I'm kind of like yours, but I see it in your eyes that you really think, no, of course I'm not like yours. I'm able to fly this fucking machine in the air and then fuck the two stewardess when I land. So no, we're not the same. All right, little kid, go down to 27B and shut the fuck up. And knowing we don't have pasta, we have chicken, and that's it. I do like the little cake they give you, the cookie. I don't know why they don't sell that outside. It's like you can only get that cookie in a plane.
The Biscoff?
Yeah, the Biscoff actually. Maybe you're right. I love Biscoff, and they have them in Spain. That one's good. No, but I'm talking about, I don't even know if they have them anymore. American Airlines would have like this little cake, like mini cake that was super good. But
it's great.
It was the best. It was the best. All right, so now that you get the game, let me. Okay, so you get to the point where like, hey, look, we wanna, we have a kid, but I wanna go with me and my partner to an event. We wanna go to see Imagine Dragons, and we wanna do a little of the Cocorino Picano.
Who do you want Imagine Dragons to be?
No, check it out.
Do they have to be all white?
No, but listen up. And you need to, find a babysitter for your kid. Right? Who's your ideal profile for this babysitter? And don't
Mrs.
feel bad. Don't feel bad, just spit it out.
I want a man dressed as a woman, like an elderly woman.
Who's a registered pedophile?
Definitely some Mexicans there.
What? Really? Nah, come on, man.
I don't know. For a nanny?
This was
like an
easy.
18-year-old nanny?
Yeah, this was easy. Like a hot 18-year-old girl. No.
We're gonna get back.
This was easy, bro. Come on.
Stacy, who just graduated high school?
No, I mean, but you see, you're fucking around. It's easy, bro. I mean, definitely a girl.
Your wife is saying that she doesn't want her, but you're pushing very hard for this person?
Definitely a girl.
I think that just like the OB-GYN, it has to be kind of a woman.
It has to be a woman, and ideally, like the daughter of one of the couples that live in that, neighborhood. And she's like, 19, 20. She's starting to go to college, and she's like, okay, I'll take care of it.
She just wants to make a few extra bucks.
Oh, yeah, a few extra bucks. And ideally, she's not like necessarily cute or anything.
Who her side hustle is OnlyFans.
Right.
You as a dad,
because you have an account, but you can't tell your wife like, hey, we shouldn't hire this nanny. She literally has an OnlyFans, because then your wife will be, why the fuck are you signed to her OnlyFans? And you're like, because I needed to check her out to make sure our kid was safe, you fucking bitch.
We needed to do a background check.
Okay? I needed to feel it. No, but that's the ideal, right? 19-year-old, she lives there. Color-wise, we don't care.
Is she Mexican?
She could be Mexican, which is actually preferable.
A lot of Central American nannies in San Francisco. Interesting.
Yeah, in these cases, I would prefer Central America because like a whiter Stacy might be like, hey, by the way, Mr. Hernandez, I stayed like 12 minutes more, so I don't know if you could, On the other side, Central American, you can pay with a chicken. No, but I mean, she won't. They won't complain like that. We are for South America. We kind of just do the work and shut the fuck up. We're not like, hey, sorry, Mr. Fernandez.
If you're buying Cocorino Romano, you want it to be from South America. Right. You don't want that shit to be Italian.
Right, but who do you want the guy that's selling it to you to be from?
I want Camilo to sell it to.
Camilo, whose parents are from Colombia, but he was raised in the nice neighborhoods, but he still has that shit in his bloodline.
And his sister's name is Catalina.
And she's finer than a motherfucker. She got her tits and her ass done. But I mean, that's neither here or there. That's irrelevant to the story. But anyways, Camilo, that's the guy that sells me the Cocorino Romano. And that's the guy I want to sell me that. And it's not because like, oh, Colombia cocaine. No. But if you knew Camilo, you would know that he had that Cocorino Romano. That shit was from fucking Italy. Let me tell you, Camilo. Okay, so you're getting the game. You understand it. I like it. You're starting to understand the concept of it, sort of we just repeat it and we just look different places.
The title for this episode should be, let's play a game, or, today we're playing a game.
Okay.
Just so people think this is nice and fun.
Let's play a scary game. Let's play a scary game of races. Is that like a good title?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know if you want to put the R word there.
What the fuck? You see, you're making things out of nowhere. Like, that's crazy. That's the type of shit that like got words banned. You're dangerous. We need to end this podcast. You're like dangerous. Are you doing Cocorino Romano right now?
No. Maybe.
Hey, who are you to judge? Aaron Judge.
Only Camilo can judge me.
Only Camilo can judge me. That's true. All right, so following the game, right? So we did the nanny. That's an easy one. We want average looking 19-year-old from the neighborhood. Nothing crazy, not like a fine ass. Because then, then there's tension and,
the girl next door.
Right, you don't want that. Also, not only because of your own temptations, but because that girl, hot Stacy, coming to take care of your kid, is more prone to having a boyfriend that she invites over, and while your kid's supposed to be being taken care of, he's not being taken care of because Stacy's sucking Robbie's dick in the kitchen. Well, while Robbie is eating the apples that you bought today from the farmer's market. Expensive.
Is Robbie like the starting quarterback from the high school team?
Actually, lacrosse, but tomato.
Same shit.
Potato.
I think this has been a good exercise.
No, I just want people to use this type of exercises and maybe apply them at work. These are great icebreakers. You know, if you have like a tense situation at work, maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe one of the co-workers had a miscarriage. I mean, you kind of want to bring a bit more light into the office.
To bring it into our setting, it's like, who do you want your Thai food to be prepared, from?
Right.
And you definitely didn't want a Latino making your noodles.
I mean, I'm a contrarian there. Based on evidence and experience that I've had, and you've had this experience too, any Italian or Thai food, I actually prefer to be made by a Honduran or Salvador middle-aged guy. For some reason, they're the best Italian and Thai chefs. No, that's true. I mean, you can ask, Anthony Bourdain. I mean, not, technically.
You can't ask him.
But if you could ask him, I mean, he says this. He says this on interviews.
Maybe we can do a Ouija board.
A Ouija board. If I was able to get somebody to speak for me from the other side, coming from the other side, it would be Tony Bourdain.
Antonio.
Antonio, dime cómo es eso ya.
Would you want to play with a Ouija board?
No.
Or are you too scared for that?
No, even though I don't believe in the afterlife, I don't fuck around with that shit because I ain't about that life.
So you believe a little bit?
I mean, I'm just a little bitch. That's what I believe.
That's the only reason why I wouldn't play the Ouija board.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know, but I just don't think there's evidence of it. But I watched a movie recently, little recommendation here, Hereditary. I think it's in Netflix. As a parent, there's an extra level of like sickness to the movie. Hereditary is scary, but also like a sick thriller. Really recommended. It flipped my mind. It's on Netflix. And I think it's one of the few worthwhile scary movies. Because scary movies tend to just have scary tactics and they don't really evolve into an actual script or story that makes sense or that entertains and it actually has depth to it. But this movie, Hereditary, which by the way, the studio's A24, which is the independent movie studio that's made many good movies. So I really recommend the Hereditary. Do you have and another recommendation that I really have for the baseball lovers, baseball lovers. The Comeback is a documentary in Netflix about the 2004 World Series won by the Red Sox with Big Papi, Pedro Martinez in the mound, and a few other people that were amazing. Watch it. It's great. It's 3 episodes. The Comeback on Netflix. Any recommendations you have, Chef Maurice?
I've been watching The Last Man on Earth with, what's his name? Will Forte. It's an interesting... The guy is dumb as fuck. But it's on Hulu, and that's what I've been watching lately. I don't know if you like it.
It's fun?
It's like a funny one, and then it starts being very stupid. Like, the guy is stupid as fuck.
But like stupid because it's funny and you enjoy it, or stupid like, you don't want to watch it anymore?
Like his persona, he's like very overboard and very like some of the things he does and his say. There's like, you're fucking stupid.
Okay,
but it's like a funny 20-minute, 20-minute episode. It's like a funny series for 4 seasons.
Maybe not a great recommendation. Maybe not. Any other that you have that isn't like this that you're like, damn, this fucking. No, nothing now.
That's what I'm watching now.
You still recommend?
No, that and I'm playing Tony Hawk on the PlayStation.
Oh, really?
Did you ever play that game?
Yeah. What do you have? A PlayStation 5?
I do.
And you're playing Tony Hawk 2?
It's both. So 1 and 2.
Oh, is that the one that you buy in a combo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking at it because it's been going on sale in Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
How is it? Do you recommend it? It's fun?
It's literally the same game.
Right, but I don't remember much of it. Like, is it cool? Is it still hold? ground today?
It is cool. It is cool. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And they have like new skaters, so that's what I've been doing on my off time when I'm not thinking of who wants the airplane to be flown by.
Right. Right. Sometimes I don't want to know.
It's like, who do you want for president?
Right.
Who don't you want for
Who
president?
don't you want? Right. I left this piece of shit. Okay, so look, now I wanted to ask you this one. This one is a little bit interesting too. We're talking about who do you want to be there in certain roles and who you do not want to be there in certain roles, right? But what if I tell you there's times where I don't want to know who's in the role? So, for example, if I go into the Wendy's, right? If we go back to the example, sure, I want Stacy the crackhead to be attending me and taking my order at Wendy's. I know she's gonna do it with care and love because she wants to keep that job because that job secures her $700 a week that she can buy enough crack rocks with. Now, do I want to know who's making my food in the back? Hell no. I don't want to know, bro. Here, in Spain, they have Taco Bell, which is like a nostalgic thing. I love it, and I use it to cleanse my asshole as well. So whenever I go, I order, and then I turn my face, and I don't want to see anything that happens in the back.
I think you made the right decision.
Okay? So I just kind of gave this example to bring it back. It's not only about who do you want and not want in your roles. There's certain situations where you don't want to know the person. And you don't even want to know what they're doing or where they put their fingers. Is that fair?
I think it's a fair assumption.
Okay.
By the way, who works the Taco Bell in Spain?
It's actually a mixture. If you want to talk about diversity in Spain,
Taco Bell.
Yeah. You got some Spanish locals, you got some Venezuelans, and then you got some other South Americans, and then every once in a while, like a Romanian, Northeast Europe. Yeah, so you get quite a mix, which that's why I love it. Whenever I go to one of those places, I'm like, damn, I love the camaraderie. They're all from different places, so it's not like just immigrants. No, they share the load. Okay.
It's like a Taco Bell roulette.
Yeah, I call it Taco Bell DEI.
What's the EI stand for?
DEI is the diversity and inclusivity and inclusion. By the way, I just downloaded the movie called Am I Racist by Matt Walsh. So you should watch it too because I think apparently it's super funny. So I'm going to watch it later. It was in the theaters. It was in the theaters, but I couldn't get it in the theaters. And obviously, now I got it. I can't say how because in Spain it hasn't come out yet. But I have a little friend called Jack Sparrow. Okay. Chef Maurice, any other situation in life that you wanted to ask, okay, who do you want the person to be there, to be from, and look like? It's a nice little game that I think every school should start doing.
Because it teaches diversity?
Yeah, it teaches diversity and stereotypes.
Who do you want your baseball players to be?
Okay, great question. Okay, so I want, they all have to be really big and take steroids.
Of course.
And be older than their birth certificate. And they need to come from Dominican Republic, Venezuela, or Puerto Rico. I will take a few whites and blacks from America, but only a little bit. And one Colombian.
Just one?
Yep. And one Mexican.
Is his name Camilo?
No, but his last name is Renteria. And he listens to Vallenato.
So you're not giving him the playlist, like to play his playlist on the dugout?
Nah.
Not definitely. You don't want to play that shit.
No, you don't want that shit playing. Hell no.
If you want to be pumped for the World Series, you're not going to listen to Vallenato.
No, I want my boy Tyrone.
Be in charge of the playlist?
Yeah, he steals bases and has gangster playlist. Rick Ross, Jadakiss. That's who you want to pump that shit up. Okay? We're good?
Do we need one more example?
Yeah, one more example. Yeah, you're gonna go buy a gun to defend your home. So you go into a gun store. Who do you want that guy behind the counter to be explaining to you about the gun, how it works, and what could be the best option for you?
Does he have to be from like Middle America?
Okay, go on. My dick is getting hard. Go on.
Definitely his neck is super red.
Right. Yes. I'm getting aroused.
On the weekends, he does a big batch of moonshine.
Yeah, illegal.
And he doesn't really hire Mexicans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the guy that I want explaining everything about my gun.
He would actually tell you to do other things too.
No, on the real skis, the whole racist part I will leave behind. But I do want a white Southern guy to talk to me about my gun. And I wish I could do the accent well, but I can't.
He's from like Oklahoma / North Texas.
With this bad boy right here, you can kill any type of immigrant. Something, but he wouldn't say that like that. But these bullets don't discriminate. Something like that. Like
he has a big Southern Confederate flag.
Yeah, exactly. But he's cool
though.
He has
a pickup truck.
But he's cool. He's like, where you going now? You want to have some chicken and waffles with me? Like, no, sir, I'm going now. You seem kind of familiar with that accent. You're American, right, boy? Yeah. All right, now I'm just checking. You have kind of an accent. You're just from Miami, right? But you're American, right? Born and bred. Yes, sir. Yeah.
He wears like a U.S. Navy hat.
Yeah.
He has like a POW flag.
POW?
Prisoners of War.
Oh.
He keeps talking about the war in Iraq.
We should have never left. All right, boy. You got your shotgun right here. All right, anyways. Thank you for everybody.
This episode is definitely going on
this episode is either gonna catapult us to success or completely delete the channel, and we'll see the fate that it comes out of it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We're available on all platforms. Believe me, in every platform that you listen to, the accent will be as strong. So that's not something that we can really tune out. But we are on all platforms, legals and illegals. And please leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like. It really helps us. And share it with your friend. If you have another sick son of a bitch that has a mental frame like yours and thinks about the crazy shit that you and I and we do, share it with him. Tell them, please, support these guys. It's free. They don't charge anything. They only want your love, your affection, and your good vibe.